Hey guys, this video will walk you through the instructions for the how to write a paragraph assignment. Now the last thing that you turned in for writing was this, the actual pre-writing for this assignment. Let's say you don't know where your pre-writing is. Well, you can download it from right here. Just click download right there and it'll download you a fresh copy of whatever you turned in to me, and you can use this to go by to write your actual paragraph. And remember, you might have some comments here. Sometimes I have some really good ideas and sometimes I have some really terrible ideas that you might think about for your paragraph, and you can use those or disregard them. Sometimes I'll pop in some grammar suggestions. I would definitely pay attention to the grammar suggestions, but you don't always have to use my ideas that I had for your paragraphs. So I'll go back to that paragraph assignment that will be due, right? Let this load before I click on the wrong thing. Now remember, while I'm doing these videos, I'm constructing this course. So what you see on the video might be just a little bit different, but it shouldn't be significantly different. So you turned in the pre-writing already. Now you're going to use this pre-writing to complete this paragraph. It's not a new topic. It's whatever topic you used to do this pre-writing. So let's open this up. Now in class, I'll go over the instructions a little more thoroughly. So there will eventually be another video to go with this, but this will just be hopefully a quick walkthrough. Once again, this isn't a copy-paste assignment. I don't want you quoting or citing. These are all personal things for the most part until we get closer to the end of the semester, maybe. So these are about your experiences, your thoughts, your opinions, and I don't care what the internet says. I only care about what you have to say. So pull up that pre-writing, get it to the side. Now just remember, glance through pages 65 through 69 in your textbook to get some ideas about what should go in a paragraph. This video shows you how to use your textbook and how to get to it. Your first sentence should always be your topic sentence, the very first sentence of a regular paragraph, not an introductory paragraph. That's not what we're talking about here. We're just talking about one regular paragraph, okay? That first sentence should be your topic sentence, and that topic sentence tells your reader this is all you will read about in this paragraph. Make sure your topic sentence isn't too broad or too narrow, and you see some examples here of topic sentences that might be too broad and topic sentences that might be too narrow. Now look, maybe you can write a whole paragraph about your grandma's cornbread. Perfectly fine. Do it. But for some people, that might be a little bit too boxed in. Now, if you say something about your grandmother's kitchen being your favorite place growing up, now you can talk about the cornbread and anything else that's going on in that kitchen. As long as everything ties back to the kitchen, then you are still on topic. So remember, don't box yourself into talking about the fireplace unless you can write a whole paragraph about that fireplace. But if you just talk about the kitchen, now you can talk about the fireplace, her table, all the conversations you would have, playing board games on family night, whatever. Here's some things you should not do. Do not use sentences that say, this paragraph will be about, I'm going to write about, I'm going to explain. No, just write it. This talks this little bit about attitude and subject. You should, if your paragraph sets out to be positive, then your whole paragraph should generally be positive. if it sets out to be negative, your tone should generally be negative all the way through. And negative paragraphs can be really fun to read, so that's okay. Sometimes you're going to want to boost up your paragraph as far as your word choices, so you can click on these to see some good word choices to add some description or change some of those verbs to make them a little stronger. If you claim that your grandmother's kitchen is welcoming, your description should be so specific that I should want to be there. I should want to see your grandmother's kitchen by the time I get done with that paragraph. Make sure you tell me at least one little story. Now, a story can be a sentence. It doesn't have to be a whole once upon a time and then 400 words later we have the end of the story. Okay? But here I give you some little examples about how to tell the story, and also, nothing has to be true. Here's some examples of how some transition words and phrases, and then here's an example of how transition words and phrases work between sentences and between paragraphs. But since you're only going to have one paragraph, you don't have to worry about transitions between paragraphs. And make sure you have a closing sentence for your paragraph. We also have a student example here, and you should have a student example for just about everything you write. And you may even have a link here to a module full of student examples, hopefully by the time you watch this video. Let's peek at this student example. Now, this example is not on a topic that you have, and be aware that student examples may have errors in them, and this error here with the page number happens to be mine. But guys, this is like my 4th video today. I'm kind of tired. I may fix it next semester, but I'm not going to fix it this semester. So this writer, I just blocked the person's name out because I don't remember if I asked for permission or not. But this is where your name would go, my name, the class code, and then the date has to be written this way. If you use the template, you don't have to worry about those kinds of things because that's already set up for you. You want to have your own original title. Paragraph is not a title. Using the topic sentence is not a title. You have to come up with your own title. And look, she keeps, I think this was a girl, she keeps it short and sweet. These words that are under, these numbers that are under 100 should be spelled out, which is what I mean by when I say that you will have grammar errors in some of these student samples. This comma needs to be a period, for example. Those are just a couple of things I see right away. But I won't give you anything that's not a good example. It may not be a perfect example, though. You see, well, I'm not going to look at that one. But overall, this is a good little paragraph. Just except for my error that I made with that page number. I'm not sure how I did that, but that was definitely my fault. Now let's look at the writing assignment. Your total word count, remember you're using that pre-writing you already turned in. Your total word count is 125 to 150 words. Don't go under 125. But please, do not send me an 800-word paragraph. Don't send me an introduction, 3 bodies, and a conclusion. I only want, and I'd rather have, the low end, 125 words, than the high end of 150, but some people have a lot to say, and I totally get that. 175 is even acceptable, but please don't go too far over because I set the word counts based on what I'm prepared to grade for that week, okay? All right, this is one paragraph. Just a reminder, it's one paragraph, not an essay. Not looking for thesis statements, intros, conclusions. I'm only looking for one paragraph. Use that pre-writing. You can change the pre-writing, but if you completely change to a different topic, please let me know and send me new pre-writing. You could probably just text me that on remind.com, okay? We can have a quick discussion about it, I can say, okay, you're good to go, and you can go on into the paragraph. No big deal. I'm really fast on Remind.com. Make sure that your paragraph includes a topic sentence, interesting details, and a closing sentence. And don't just repeat yourself over and over. If you find yourself doing that, you need to get in there and tell me a little story. And you can always read the notes below. There's no telling what I'll say in the notes. So far, they've been pretty standard from assignment to assignment. Remember that you have an MLA template to use. You just download it first. It's going to open up down here. Click Enable Editing. Save it to your computer. Save your document before you ever, this is how to write a paragraph, right? Save it before you ever start typing on it. And save it wherever you're going to save it. I'm just going to throw it down wherever it happens to. Oh, it's in my downloads. I'll just delete it later. Okay. And then you just start typing your name. Let's see. I have Dorothy Thomas this time. You can come up here. Double click. So you don't have to worry about how to put in page numbers because, hey, they're already there set up for you. You have these reminders here to put your title in. All you got to do is change a couple of numbers, and boom, shakalaka, you're good to go. Okay. If you don't want to use my template, and I get it, there are people out there who want to do their own thing, their own way. That's fine too. I put your reminders here on what you need for your setup for your documents, to indent, putting page numbers. These are all things that will help you get those things done if you're not sure how to do them. Here's a discussion about not using contractions, not using the word you. I discussed that in the Writer's Responsibilities assignment if you want to go back to that video. And then how to turn in assignments using Canvas, how to find your any comments I might make, which once you submit an assignment, you can come back to the assignment and my comments will be right there. All right, that's all I have to say about this assignment. I will see you in the next video.